What's going on, boys? It's Flaws, and in this video we're going to be talking about how to play Banana on Inferno, this being such a vital part of the map, and if you lose it, it feels like your team's kind of doomed for the round. I'm going to show you how to take it, how I take it solo, and how I take it with teammates. Starting off with how I take it solo, it's pretty similar to how I do it with teammates, but if you're the first person up here, you're going to throw a molly on the right side right here, like this, just bounce off the wall, and then you're just holding, right? If they smoke it out, you know, they might push through one at a time, just kind of pick them off one at a time. Because if they throw their smoke, most of the time they're going to throw it right here, which is actually like pretty beneficial for you. You can see them coming through one at a time. If they do flash you off this angle, however, you can always play in the sandbags area and just kind of take some cover. You are stuck if you play on the sandbag side. If you're playing from here, you can obviously fall off with the flash. Support your teammates by throwing your own left click and right click flash like this. It pops, they can peek the sandbag and see if anyone's car, and then you can peek with them, right? That's a great way to just kind of counter that quick aggression. If you're playing with a teammate though, what I like to do is I'll throw this molly, I'll play in the sandbag area. Then if no one's pushing through for a couple seconds, I'll throw a nade right here like this. Right behind that molly, as you can see on the cam on the bottom left there. And my teammate, what I like to see them do is they'll come up here like this and throw a molly like that. You can always throw this molly off of this corner right here, but you're just safer if you throw it from here, just in case like someone does have a quick angle and they're trying to go for that pick. But if you throw it off that wall, it does tend to spread a little bit better into these corners. If you're not really looking for that though, and it's not the biggest deal honestly, you can throw this combo where it's like here, that person crosses the sandbag, the other person just comes up and throws a molly like this. There's still a little gap, but sometimes people can stand right here. But what I like to do is just follow this up with some nades. So I'll throw a molly, throw a nade, just in case anyone's trying to run through it. That nade's gonna hurt them, damage them. If they do try to push through that molly, they're gonna take a significant amount of damage just because their movement's delayed and they can't really push right through. Once I have that set up and we do kind of have some banana control, what I like to do is just pull out a smoke. If I'm the second guy here, you're basically supporting this person that's playing a little bit more aggressive. They're having their gun out most of the time, and you're just throwing nades for them, right? You take that. I like to throw this smoke right here. It's pretty simple, very easy to throw, very forgiving as well. But what that does is just kind of cuts anyone off on the T side if they're playing passive, and they're kind of like waiting out those nades. This smoke pops, they have no idea if anyone's playing up close on the left side, up close on the right side. They're basically just holding, hoping that you didn't take full banana control. What you can do after this, if you're solo, is do something like this, where you jump up, play an off angle like this. You can be playing closer, of course, but you kind of just want to take control of it and make sure that you secure banana for the round for your team. It's a little bit different when you're playing against like full team instead of just playing like a pickup game, but once you have that controlled, you basically have the round, right? If you do start to lose people like early, like let's say your teammate goes up for a peek, you're playing solo queue, or the person you're playing with isn't really listening too much, and they do die immediately, I don't think it's a bad thing to fall off and throw a smoke like just to kind of delay. I tend to try to get a smoke that goes a little bit deeper. So like even something like that is enough just so that you can kind of creep back if you do get a teammate that rotates quickly and helps you out on the site. But I'll throw that smoke and just kind of play back here for a little bit. If anyone does start to run through, there's a couple pop flashes you can throw for yourself. Just aim in between like these four dots right here. So kind of in this box, just throw one like that. That's like my really quick one that you can throw and doesn't have to be too specific. That one, as you can see, I went a little bit high there, but something like that, you can peek out with it, right? It's pretty perfect on the timing from when you throw it to when you're able to peek. If you want to peek with it, when you can hear him kind of running up, I'll aim at this dot right here. I know it seems like a lot to memorize what dot it is, but it's just basically from the middle, one over to the right, and then you're going to aim at the top of it, just like that. You just left click throw. You can peek with this one, so while you're peeking out, it's going to be popping right below this. So if anyone is kind of aiming for a gun duel, trying to fight you while you're swinging on the site, it's really easy to just pick them off. Also, they're going to see this flash come through, so they might even be turning from it as you're peeking out to, like, take the kill there. So you can utilize both those how you want. Both are very effective. If you're a little bit deeper in sight, like you tend to like to play here, you can throw this flash just in between the archway right there and just peek out right after that pops. You can throw it with a jump throw if you aim a little bit lower, so like basically the sleeve. Just run, jump through like that. That's going to pop front sight. All are really good ways to kind of delay, which is basically what you're trying to do once your teammate dies. So you can obviously throw smokes like this. You can even throw that first flash with like a smoke, so like that. It's not like the best, but it'll do the job if you don't really want to peek into them and you just want to kind of delay and make sure that they can't get into the site right away, or make it awkward for them at least. But that's kind of how I go about playing on Banana. There's obviously a couple little things, like if you don't have the smoke and you're going for a quick peek, you can do this flash, or while you're landing you throw it. Pretty fancy. You don't have to get like too crazy with it though. You can obviously have your team throw it. But if you don't want to like have your team throw it, you can obviously throw that flash. Make sure anyone that's flying up, it'll be full blind, or anyone that's holding back. And that smoke that lands deep banana is just huge. I don't see enough people throw that. It's very easy to throw, just something like that. You can even throw at the start of the round and then just fight that one person that likes to play banana. Once you get that kill, or even if you die and your teammate trades it, you're still in a really good spot to win the round. But you can always coordinate with your team, like, hey, after we molly that, let's double nade logs, right? Both you guys nade that. Alright, they're dead, right? I just realized that it's barrels now, but you know what logs is. It's basically what was right there. You can obviously throw that same one that goes a little bit deeper. Just aim off this and throw that nade like that. That way if anyone's sprinting up at the start, gonna chunk them out. Even if they're playing in this corner, that does a decent job. You can angle it a little bit better, so something like that. Let's see. Off that wall, that's what it was. That gets a little bit better if this person's playing safe at the start of the round. Throw it off that wall, bank it right in there. But that's basically how I like to hold banana on the CT side. Now let's go to the T side and show you how to take it. On the T side, what I like to do every single round is make sure I'm mollying car. That's like the biggest thing for me. So right here, throw a molly like that, aim at the top of the roof, just do a quick run throw. Make sure that no one can peek the top of car without taking a little bit of damage, or they can't just run right up to you in the banana, right? Once you throw that, I like to follow it up with a flash off the barrel, so something like this, and then I'll just tuck myself in this corner. That flash not only blinds this person that's holding the half wall position, but if anyone's playing like sandbags here, they have to fully tuck in, and they can't just be holding like this area, waiting for anyone to run right through, right? That's a great way to just put a little bit of pressure, which is the main thing of playing banana. You might take some damage, yeah, that's fine. You always want to put some pressure back on the CTs and not let them just smoke you out here. And then you're playing stairs and you're like, alright, I can't really take banana now. Like, my team wants to rotate back to B later in the round. Oh, you know, A's not really working, let's go back B. And you're like, well, guys, they could actually be pushed up banana and we have no idea right now. So that's not what you want to do. You can very easily fall into the trap of doing that every single round, and then your team's kind of like doomed to go A every single round, and it's pretty bad on the T side. So what I like to do at the start of the round, make sure I'm throwing that molly, pushing right up, taking the fight to them if I have to, if there's some molly or nade that's going to land there. I'm totally fine with taking this fight. If you kind of feel like they haven't put any more pressure on you, like past that Molotov, just kind of wait here, see if they're going to like re-peek you. You can obviously jump up here, play on this barrels position, get a free headshot on that person playing that angle. If you have a nade to the right of this roof right here, just throw a nade like that. If you want to nade sandbags, just run throw right off the wall like this. That first nade lands right here if anyone's playing this angle. If you're playing sandbags and you're just holding for that person to like run right out, it's a really good way to just kind of soften both of those people up and hopefully force them back onto the site. You can obviously follow this up with like a pop flash, so something like that. Once that pops, you can peek with it. I'd preferably throw a little bit closer, honestly, so like this. Something like that, and then you can peek with that. Just know that you should only peek like half wall with that flash. If anyone's playing sandbags, you can obviously isolate them a little bit after, but using those nades to kind of soften them up top banana is a really good way to push them back onto the site. If you have flashes and you want to get out of this corner, so like, let's say they smoked this out, they mollied me out early, I played in this corner, it might have even hit me with a nade or two. I can swing out to here, aim between the plant and the window like this, and just throw a walk throw flash like that. If anyone's playing close half wall, or they're playing a little bit farther back and they are looking to go for a little bit more of aggressive play towards banana, that flash is going to do a great job of blinding them, pushing them back a little bit farther once again, and giving you a chance to get top banana control. Just completely solo, right? So I think that's the biggest ways that I like to take banana control on the T side. I'll sometimes throw a weird lurk smoke, so let's say I molly early, throw something like this. Okay, I'm running up. I don't really see anything like coming through and my team's trying to hit A. What I like to do is I'll come out big enough so you can see the corner of this wall and just throw a smoke at the top of it like that. You can use this smoke and just, I mean, you can either decide to just go back and help your teammate at A, or you can creep up to it and just kind of spam this half wall guy that can sometimes see over it. Like here, you're playing this. It's not the greatest angle, but sometimes people like to just fall into that because they think they're gonna get a free kill. But what this does is the CTs are in a weird state where they don't really want to push through this because it's almost instant death if you are here. You can just hold behind this if you really want, and just kind of wait for someone to do that play, but it puts them in a weird spot where they kind of have to respect the top banana control that you're getting. Even though like you are using a smoke, I would only use this if your team's like fully sure that they have the nades to hit B, but it's a great way to just kind of put some weird pressure on the CTs that they might not be used to. Anyways guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like down below. If you guys try these tips out, let me know in the comments down below. But otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.